Hello. Had to start over. Battery died. Fortunately, I didn't get far. But I'm going to show you all how I tend to do France's beard from Access Power's Hetalia. I am filming it in my bathroom because it has the best light and it's a little more quiet than the rest of the house. If you hear any music in the background, I've actually got Les Mis playing in the background, just kind of randomly. But I actually got this idea for his beard from another girl on YouTube who did a beard tutorial for Turkey. I can't remember the girl's name off the top of my head, but I have the video favorited, so I'm going to have it in the link, the link in the description for this video. I believe I kind of do what she does, but I've changed it a little bit, mainly because, you know, it is France, and so you're not going to use a black. I'll just go ahead and go over basically what you're going to need, and that's going to be a lot of brown pencils. You don't really want to use the liquid ones for France, at least that's what I found useful. I have three different colors, shades of brown. I do have a liquid brown, which I will show you later. And I also have a brown mascara, because my natural eyelashes are brown. And I have very thin layer right here, so that helps darken that up a little bit. And you are also going to want one of those eyeshadows that have the couple different colors of browns. You are going to need a pencil sharpener. This will be your best friend, because you're going to wear these brown pencils down a lot, especially if you cosplay him a lot. I've already gone through 2 or 3 just cosplaying him a few times. And of course you need your normal powder, foundation, whatever you like to use. Let's see here. I tend to go ahead and put on whatever I'm going to be wearing for him. And as you can see, I have very, very long hair. So we'll put our hair up first. Now, I actually cosplay Denmark and Scotland too. And I've even cosplayed America. And with their wig caps and such, I'll actually either braid my hair all the way and just flip it up, or I'll do like a loose ponytail in the middle and flip it up, because where their hair has, well, at least my Denmark and Scotland especially, America, it's kind of how my hair wants to be. But I notice if they have spikier hair, it hides it if you do the braid and flip it up, and then it's a little more manageable. Our friend who's the Prussia cosplayer on this has hair that's a little longer than mine, but her hair is more thick and wavy, and mine's just really thin and curly, as you can see. It doesn't want to cooperate because I just got home from work, so it's got all the stuff in there for curly hair. Because I normally, if I know we're going to be cosplaying and stuff like the day before, I actually find it's a little easier for me if my hair is wet, because it seems to just want to lay down better or something. I don't know. Maybe it's a curly hair thing. But if you have short hair, you could probably get away with not having to put the wig cap on first for doing France. I just think it's probably easier all the way around. And I apologize beforehand if I get in and out of shot a little bit. But my camera, webcam and computer stuff's been kind of messing up lately. So I'm having to use my actual camera, so I can't actually sit in front of my desk with my little mirror and just do this for you guys. Another reason I'm in the bathroom. Oh, once you get it pretty much all up in there, good stuff, you can start. I go ahead and do a little bit of this. Our friend who's a Romano cosplayer, well, it takes her a little while to do this part for her Romano, because she actually gets the stuff to make her face a darker color. I think it's pretty cool. I couldn't do it. I'd sweat it all off in a heartbeat. But one reason I've decided to do this is, well, I've been to a few cons and I would do a casual cosplay of France because I don't have his uniform stuff ready yet. And I've actually had people ask me how I've done the beard. Like, they would track me down on my DeviantArt and my Facebook and ask me, I guess because I just did it just because I didn't really think I looked that great, but apparently I did. And when we've done casual cosplay out running around, I've actually been called Sir when I was cosplaying France. And I, on one or two occasions, have been hit on by a girl because she thought I was legitimately a guy. And my own family mistook me as a dude from a distance. My own family. So I guess I'm doing something right. You can do your powder, which, like I said earlier, it cut off on me, so I already have a little bit of this done. I'm just going through it again for you guys. But I'm getting a little better than I did the first time. Alright. Once you're satisfied, set that to the side there, it is time to start with the rest of it. I normally take the lightest color that I got, and I'll go through my eyebrows a little just to kind of darken them and to get right through here, because that seems to be where I thin out. Just so that they look a little more boyish, and it looks a little better to me overall. And then I'll also kind of right through here on the corners of both the top and bottom, just a little dab. And on this side, there we go. Okay. And I'll do the same with the eyeshadow. I get like the second darkest, and I'll just kind of right there in the corner of both eyes, kind of go out from the eye a little bit, see, and I'll kind of rub my finger on it a little bit, and I'll do like a little dab along the top. There you go. And then of course there's this. A little bit on the top. There you go. Now this I'm not really going to worry about right here for you guys. You kind of do whatever you want to do right there. That's just one of my personal preferences to do. Okay. Once you get your eyes and eyebrows how you want them to be, you get that light brown again. You want to start with the lightest color. And one reason I chose brown for France is not just because it's my natural hair color is a dark brown, but he's blonde. You really can't do a blonde beard. So a lighter color browns and stuff, they tend to work. Now you're going to take it and you're going to follow your jawline all the way down, and you're going to do like little hash marks. And you want to start in your hairline and actually come down. And what I like to do is I'll find the middle and I'll do a little line like that. Because if you notice, he kind of has that it goes in and kind of in almost like a goatee kind of. So that's like your point to know when you need to start going up. But just kind of, this is why I said you want to use the pencils. And you don't want to make like huge ones, because you don't want your beard like all the way over here, unless that's what you're going for. And you're going to go over the bone right here, and you kind of in both, you want to hit your neck a little bit. So quiet. There we go. And then just kind of start, once you get right there, and just kind of into it, so now you know where it's at. And just improve upon it. And I will say this, if you're at a con and you have an OCD friend like I do, Prussia, they can help make sure that both sides of your beard are even. Okay, and once you kind of get it where you want it, just fill in. And you don't want to go all the way down your neck either. Just kind of right and through here. So that way you kind of got one going. And this is what I meant by the sharpener will be your best friend. Is you will go through many pencils. Okay, now this one I'm probably going to turn away from you guys to be able to do this one. But maybe I'll get it done a little faster. Threw a lot faster that time. Okay, get right here, start going down. I'm sorry it's quiet. I really don't have much to talk about. And it is a little hard to talk while you're doing this. Let's see. Need a little more over here. Okay, for the most part, it's even. It's good enough for a tutorial, I suppose. Gets the bases covered. But you see how I got it slightly down, and of course it's up into the hairline on both sides. And you kind of got a middle point right here, which it doesn't really want to agree with me right now, but you try to get the length over here to match too, as best as you can. Like I said, that OCD friend will come in handy. Now you're done with the lighter one. You want to grab your next darker one, which I need to sharpen mine. Apparently I've used it. Now this one you're going to do a little bit of the same thing, but not as much. Just kind of in some spots. I think this is where I do different from that turkey cosplayer. And just in certain little spots. Okay, you see how I've gotten that? If you've got one that happens to have the smudgy thing on the side, just kind of smudge them in a little. In fact, if if you have the smudgy thing, you can use it for the lighter part too before you start that. And that will help it blend into your skin a little more. But I like to do that because it, to me, makes it look like it's a little more natural. Because my dad has a beard, and I remember growing up that you would see that it was a darker color, but you would start seeing like the grays and the whites and stuff as he got older. And so it's like, you know, even with younger guys, you can kind of see it if you look close enough, that they've got different shades in their beards. Okay, once you're done with that one, you can grab that last one. But I think mine is actually the same color. I think I may have ran out of my middle colored one. Let's see. I believe that is. No harm done, just blend it in. But you want anywhere from 2 to 3 different shades of browns. But you always want the lighter one on the bottom, the next shade to be the middle one, and the darkest one to be the last one, and that one's the one you wouldn't put as much on. So we'll put on a little more of this one just because it's a little bare in some places. And I also want to make sure everything's kind of colored in together. And if you still have a smudgy tool or one with a smudgy, kind of go like right there where it meets, like where you've colored it to where it meets your actual skin, and just kind of do that. Don't really know if you can see it very well. And just kind of blend it in to your actual skin. But don't put it too hard, you may actually end up rubbing it off. Again, that's something I've noticed kind of makes it seem a little more natural. But again, this is different for everybody, and this is just something, you know, hey, this is what this cosplayer does. You can do it differently. I'm trying not to do too much. This is one time I got rushed and it was just literally all over the place. Okay, once you get it where you want it, you are basically going to take that, you can take that liquid one too. Oh, that one's broke. No wonder why I didn't use it. Aha. If you have a liquid one, you can do the same thing to get that darker color. I tend to use the liquid one if it's one of the darker shades that I'm going to put on, because like we did with the darker pencil, you're not going to have as much. But I haven't had any luck coming across a really light shade of a liquid brown to give that a try. So if you have that and you want to try that, go right on ahead. But I would think the pencils would be better either way, at least until you got comfortable with what you were doing, just because they would probably wipe off a little easier. But I don't really know if you can see it very well. Now once you do that and you've done with all the touch-ups and lines and whatnot you want to do, grab this again, and I tend to go for the, we'll say that's the third darkest shade, color it a little bit on there, and go over what you did just very lightly. And this way. And you just kind of back and forth. You don't just sit in one spot and color it. Just put them in some places. This helps when you don't have a lot of variety in your browns, like I unfortunately do. Just It'll also help with coloring it in if you don't want to waste all your pencil like you're almost out. It'll help out. And then you can grab like the lighter brown. Going. Let's see. And then if you want to, you could get that lighter one. If you want to lighten a part up that you may have done. Okay, and once you think you've gotten it pretty much where you want it. Ooh, that's breaking. That's not good. This is the fun part. Get a thing of hairspray. You're literally going to spray your face. So take a big breath and cover your eyes and whatever and just spray away. And let it sit for a second. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Wait for it to dry before you start touching it. But the hairspray will help it to stay on your face, even if you're sweating or if you've got a collar. So, not just with France, if you were like Turkey or any other character with a beard, I'd say you need to be a little careful when you hug people in conventions or pose for pictures, because you may start rubbing this off on people if you're not very careful. And once it's pretty much where you want it, you're going to put your wig on. It's another reason I said just do the wig cap and then do this, because if you put your wig on and then start trying to do this, you're going to be fighting with that hair. And it's a little easier for me if I'm not already like sweating and face all a mess and just don't want to do that. Okay, and once you get everything where you want it, put your wig on, and then there you go. Ta-da! You have France. And my wig, like I said in the other video, which got deleted because my camera turned off, I'm hopefully going to be getting a different wig for him soon. But this is the overall look that I have for France that I have been asked about and thought I would share. So I hope this helps somebody out later on. What I tend to do at the cons where I've been France is I will have a bag with me if I don't like stay in that hotel or I'm not close enough to my hotel room. I'll have it in a bag with me. I'll have pretty much everything I need. Get like a little bottle of hairspray, get like the travel stuff, and bring your makeup stuff with you, because it's very easy to touch this up. You basically just get your light brown out and just go back over in those certain places, darken it back up a little bit, hairspray it again, you're good to go. That's what I did at the con that I went to back in, I believe it was June. That's pretty much what I did, and it worked out really nice. I really didn't have to mess with it a lot. And you just, if you're ever on panels, just be careful not to sit like this a lot. Be a little mindful. And like I said, just be careful hugging up on people and things of that nature, and you should do fine. But I guess I will end this here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. And good luck, I guess. I would love to see people do this. I credit that girl who did the turkey cosplay who gave me the tutorial for this, because at first I was just never going to even attempt one, because I was like, I had no idea. So she inspired me to give it a try. I hope this helps people out. I believe I already said that. I probably did. And I guess I will end this video here. Good luck, guys.